Hello everybody. It's day one of Jackothon and I'm reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King and I'm liking it. I've tried to read other Stephen King books before and my dog. I wasn't as big a fan of them, but I actually really like the style of Pet Sematary. I'm a third of the way through, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish it today, but I'm hoping tomorrow, and we'll see. I'm liking it so far. There's been a few creepy moments, but there is also a lot of, bless you. There's also a lot of, why are you making so much noise? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, what are you doing? Nothing? She's so cute. All right, so yes, there's a lot of just general, I don't know, it's very slow at times, so it's character driven, which I like. But you know, I'm sitting here waiting for the creepy stuff, so there's been a little bit and I'm interested to see where it keeps going. So yes, I'm going to keep reading this, but we'll see how far I get today. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Nothing particularly fun because I have doctor appointments and DMV appointments. The birthday of adults, right? Yeah, so I don't know how much I will actually get read tomorrow since I will be traveling into town and doing all sorts of stuff, fun stuff. Yeah, so I imagine whatever I don't get read today, I will probably have to finish reading on Wednesday. So this week is a little iffy for me to be trying to do 2 readathons, but we'll see. I'll check back with you guys later. Hello everybody, it's Wednesday the 17th, day 3. Yeah, I didn't get anything done yesterday because it was my birthday, and after getting to hang out with one of my best friends for a little while, I did have doctor appointments and DMV appointments and stuff, but my migraine started to come back and I just started to feel really crappy, and like by the time we got home I was car sick and everything. So I pretty much went right to sleep, and today I've already had to do a bunch of stuff, but my migraine is not, it's still there. Like, I can just tell that I'm probably gonna have a few good hours today before my migraine's telling me to go to sleep. So I'll probably have to take my meds and do that. But I did get to the halfway mark of Pet Sematary and I am enjoying it. I feel like it's finally getting to the point of the story, I guess. So I'm excited to keep reading more. I just don't know how much my migraine will let me read. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best. Hello everybody. It's day 5 of Jackothon, and yeah, I was filming, okay, just yeah. So I didn't get much reading done the last couple days just because this is how my week has gone with migraines interrupting me. I feel a little bit better today. I'm still not like great, but I feel like I have a little bit more time before my migraine says take your meds and go to sleep, and I have no choice but to listen because when it hits me I'm just like okay, I'm going to sleep right here, I guess, because that's how my life works. Okay, so I'm still halfway through Pet Sematary. I'm enjoying it. It's just, I'm gonna be real, and the other book I was reading for the other readathon, I was enjoying a lot more, so I focused more of my attention on that one. But I am reading this one and I am enjoying it, so it's good. I feel like it's slow and I want more creepy things to be happening for a book that's gonna be this slow. But yesterday, in between being awake and going to sleep, I did start City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. I'm really loving this. It's been a while since I've read one of Victoria's books. Like, it's been probably since, I guess, since A Conjuring of Light came out. Even though I never actually read A Conjuring of Light. Don't at me. I have it, I just haven't read it. So I'm kind of sitting here like, oh, I forgot how much I love Victoria Schwab's writing style. And I especially love, because I love The Near Witch, which I don't think it's out of publication anymore. I think they're bringing it back with a new cover, so I'm super excited for that. And the Archived series, duology, because I don't know if they're ever going to release the third book, even though they're releasing like a vamped up box set of the first 2 books, even though the series isn't finished. I'm not bitter. But yes, anyway, I love this. This is so good. It's such a cute middle grade, but like with ghosts and dead people. Like, so it verges on the spooky that I love, kind of creepy, but the voice and the writing style is just lovely. I love it. It reminds me of the stuff that was like, not really Goosebumps, but like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? If anybody watched that TV show. I don't even really remember it. It's been that long, but it reminds me of that kind of stuff where it's kind of creepy, but it's not over the top creepy. And you kind of get sucked in with the characters and what's going on. And I'm on page 75, and it's a really quick read because it is middle grade, so I will probably actually be able to finish this one tonight. I know. I'm trying. I'm running up on the last couple days here, so I realize this. This one goes until the 22nd, I think. So I have a day, another day. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep reading until I can't read anymore, I guess. I don't know. So I'm really loving this one. Not like to my surprise, I just love it a lot. I really love it a lot, and I can't wait to finish it and see where it goes. So my library did get in the copy of The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Wasn't sure if we would get here in time, but it's a chunker and it's Friday. I don't know about this. I'm gonna try my best, but it is a chunker, so who knows. And obviously, like, I'm not getting to watch the film or support the film this week because living in the mountains. But I do still have Coraline by Neil Gaiman to read, which is pretty short, so I should be able to do that maybe tomorrow and watch the movie. But I think I'd rather watch the movie of Coraline just because it sounds up my alley. Like, I like the Pet Sematary one, but I just don't even know if I'll be able to find the Pet Sematary movie. So I think I'd rather read and watch Coraline for that. And then I still have Dreamfall by Amy Plum, which I'm gonna be really sad about if I don't get to, because this one, I'm just like, the concept of it with the teenagers and the insomnia and shared dream world nightmares surviving. Yes, I really want to read this. So running out of time for all the books. And then of course I did still have like Sadie by Courtney Summers sitting on the stack, even though technically Pet Sematary took its place on my list. I still had it just in case I would have time, but I was assuming that I wouldn't be like struck down with a migraine for a few of the days during this readathon, which why would I ever assume something like that? This is me we're talking about. So I will check back with you guys once I've done a little bit more reading and see how far I've gotten. Bye. Hey everybody, it's day 6 of Jackothon, and I finished City of Ghosts and I loved it. I read it in one sitting. It was super good. Like a really solid middle grade, and I love Victoria Schwab's writing and her characters. Super fun middle grade. I love it. Yes. Fantastic. I'm back from running errands and I finished Pet Sematary. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It is the first Stephen King book that I've read all the way through. So I know it's a product of the time period that it was written in, but there's a lot of the word retarded, and one of the biggest fears they seem to be dealing with in this book is if they bring someone back to life and they're not the same. What if they're mildly retarded? Even mildly retarded. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we'll be able to handle it. I was like, so yeah, I didn't appreciate those parts, and they were throughout the book, and there's a lot of stuff that I just wish would have been cut out because I'm like, kind of bored before we get to actually like the good stuff that's kind of creepy. And I did enjoy the end of it, kind of left on a cliffhanger, but I enjoyed it, you know? So it was good. I feel like I've read better stuff, but I don't know, I haven't read enough Stephen King. I just feel like I always like the adaptations of his stuff better than his actual stuff. But I'm willing to try other Stephen King books. I guess we'll find out what I think of them. But this one, pretty decent. I think this is the one I'm liking the least so far out of this whole readathon though, so we'll see. I did read Dreamfall by Amy Plum, and this was really, really good. I read it all in one sitting. It pretty much started up right away and didn't let go until it was getting to the end. And then it got to the end and I was like, where's the next book? Where's I think it came out in like spring or summer this year, so I gotta go pick up the next book. I think it's Dreamfall and maybe Neverwake. So this one was really good. I liked the personalities of all the teenagers. It was diverse. The only thing I didn't like was that they started calling one of the characters autistic. Not necessarily to be demeaning, just saying that this character's acting autistic. And the character said, you know, I'm not autistic. And the narration was like, oh, the character seemed frustrated instead of hurt by that comment. And I was like, damn it. And it kept being brought up that maybe that character has OCD tendencies and maybe autistic qualities. And it, you know, it was brought up again, and then by the end it was basically confirmed that that character probably is autistic and has OCD tendencies, but they didn't want like a formal diagnosis, I guess. And the character was like, I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not any of this, I'm just me. And I was like, while that's nice to think about, as someone who's autistic, I'm like, most of us are like, hey, I'm autistic, how you doing? Like, we don't hide it, we're not really ashamed of it, it's just part of who we are. So I was like, it was giving me uncomfortable feelings. Like, I was like, okay, I guess this character doesn't want to be seen as anything other than them. They don't want to be seen for their disabilities. And I was just like, I just feel like that's a weird representation, because most of us are on and out about our disabilities and just saying like, yeah, no, I'm autistic, this is who I am, it's part of how I process, it's how I function in the world. So to have a character and the family around the character not want a diagnosis, even though, you know, it's pretty clear, it ended up lending to weird feelings to me just on that respect. But overall, this was a really good like adventure with creepy nightmares and stuff. I really appreciated reading it. So yeah, just me being autistic, reading another book about calling characters autistic who may or may not be autistic, and then finding out that the character is autistic, probably, but it's not the representation you're gonna get because that character doesn't want to be seen as autistic. And I'm like, most of us know we can't take the autism out of ourselves. It is who we are. So like, I am never not autistic. Even if I'm functioning well enough to pass in society, I'm still autistic. So To me, that was not such a great representation. I would rather have had that character be out and proud about it, I guess, as so many of us are. I don't know. And there was one storyline where I thought they were going that one of the characters might have been like transgender, but they weren't. So I was slightly disappointed. Kind of seemed like that's where it was going, but yeah, I don't know if the character's meant to be transgender and autistic. Like, that would be interesting, but no, we didn't get that representation. But we got diversity in terms of race and skin color, even though I feel like some of it also came off a little bit racist. Like, one of the boys is from Africa, and his introduction is like, oh, he seems out of place in the way only a foreigner can, and I was just like, what? there's just a lot of things in here that if I had been an editor, I would have been like, nah, there's no reason to write that or describe that character like that, nah. So other than those like nitpicky things, I really enjoyed this, and I want to pick up the sequel. So it was good. It was a really good romp. Like, I read it in one sitting. I really enjoyed it, other than those few aspects that I mentioned. So yeah, I recommend it. Hey everybody, it's day 7 of Jackothon, and I am reading Coraline. I like it. It is very much Alice in Wonderland-esque. It's, you know, kind of creepy, and I could see it being creepy for kids. And it's one of those ones where I don't really connect with Coraline. I'm just reading the story where she's stuck in this world and things are happening and she's just like, okay, and I'm like, okay. Like, there's not a lot of like emotional resonance. Like, this is not that type of book, and Alice in Wonderland really wasn't either. So it was more about the strange and wonderful things happening, and that's kind of what Coraline is as well. This is more about the strange and creepy things happening, and Coraline, like all children, just taking it for what it is. So I am enjoying it though. It's pretty good. I'm halfway through, so I'm gonna finish this up and then watch the Coraline film. So I have The Hate You Give, but I haven't started reading it. And it's a thick book, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to at least start it after watching the Coraline film and see how far I can get. The Jackothon is said to go until the 22nd, which is tomorrow, but that would make it 8 days, and I don't know if that's just supposed to be the day that we're like wrapping up, which, knowing me, is not going to happen. Like, I don't have time to do anything on an appropriate schedule. Like, that's just not how my life works. So I'm gonna take it like today's basically the last day and tomorrow's kind of a wrap up, but this is such a huge book that I don't know. I guess we shall see how far I can get. I don't think I'll be able to finish it though, and I'm pretty tired. My migraine's been trying to come back. It's been bugging me, and that makes reading harder. But like, I'm reading something like Coraline that's simple and easy and short, so I feel like I can get through it, take a break and watch a movie, hopefully not fall asleep during it. But then this one, like, I really want to read it and get to it. I'm just afraid I won't finish in time for the end of this readathon, but that's okay, because I'll keep reading it even if that's the case. So we'll see. All right, off to finish Coraline and watch the film. Okay, I finished Coraline and it was good. Solid, creepy, middle grade. I liked that Coraline was smart and she was able to figure out the things that were happening to her and figure out a way to save herself with help from others. And it was cute. It was cute and creepy, and I liked it. Now I'm gonna watch the movie. God, that light is bright. Okay, so I finished watching Coraline and it was good. It was more fantastical than the book, more like visually engaging and vibrant than Coraline is, where I imagine a lot of this to be fairly like, I don't know, grayscale with bits and pieces of it here and there, more colorful and eye-catching. But yeah, so I enjoyed it. It was cute, and I feel like the things that they changed about the book made sense for the film. Like, they didn't really add anything unnecessary, and they did a little bit more world building for, you know, the place around where Coraline lives, and, you know, they added the character Enby and stuff. It was cute. So, and it made sense to add things to the film, where the book is pretty sparse, and it works for the book, that it's kind of Coraline interacting with these kind of individual characters, but it made sense that you needed a little bit more world building to make it seem more authentic. What was interesting was I feel like they changed the, okay, sorry, my neighbor was like standing in front of my door and his dogs were sniffing there. Why? So you're getting a view of my messy bookshelf. And yes, we were getting world building, but the dynamic between Coraline and her parents, I feel like was changed a lot, where in the book it kind of seems like, yeah, they're a little busy and neglectful in that they're telling her to go explore, go play by yourself while we're working. She doesn't get what she wants. She doesn't like the food her dad cooks, that type of stuff. And, you know, the movie is like Americanized, which was interesting. So I feel like the dynamic between the parents was a little bit more like in your face about their relationship. Like, I don't know, for some reason just reading the book, it didn't feel like that big of a deal. Just like when Coraline went to the world, she was like, okay, but not really. I'd still like to go home. Like, she enjoyed it for a split second, and then she was like, no thanks. In the movie, they really push the fact that like she's unhappy and her parents don't listen to her and kind of put her down for a lot of stuff, and so then she's so happy to be in this new world, and it's so amazing for a while. And I was like, okay, it makes more sense for the story they were trying to tell in the film. But just like those kinds of differences, I was like, it almost just feels like they're trying to make it, in making it more like Americanized, they made the family relationships worse than what was actually presented in the book, I feel like. And I just kind of was like, oh, all right. I don't feel like her parents were like that mean, or it just, I don't know. That was just one of the things that I was like, oh. But otherwise, it was a really good movie. I liked it. Very, very interesting, very colorful, and I still liked the story, even though they changed some parts of it. And I liked the cat, you know. I think that was some of the closest parts to the book, were the parts with the cat. So I like that. I like it a lot. And obviously they had to change some stuff. So it was good. It was a pretty good adaptation. Yeah, I liked it. So I'm gonna go try to read The Hate You Give and see how far I can get before I give up. No, before I'm done with this readathon, because we'll see. It's a big book. It's a chunker of a book. All right, so it's getting kind of late and I think I'm ready to call this readathon. I'm a quarter of the way through The Hate U Give and it's such a chunker, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it and I want to keep reading it. So just because this readathon's over does not mean I will stop reading. I'm going to continue reading this probably into November, since I'm doing readathons after this, going all the way through the rest of the month. So I'm gonna try to finish this sometime in early November, hopefully. Okay, so I finished Pet Sematary and City of Ghosts and Dreamfall and Coraline. And so I just didn't finish The Hate U Give, which was the group read, which that's okay. I feel like that's pretty good for this readathon. So I had a great time doing this readathon for Jackothon. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the books that I chose. So this was an excellent readathon for me. And I hope I will get to finish The Hate U Give. So I'm looking forward to it. And once again, thank you to Julia at A Reader's World, Brittany in Books, and Peyton Reads for hosting this Jackothon. And I can't wait for readathons for next year. I'm already looking forward to it. I need more spooky thriller type readathons during the rest of the year, not just during Halloween, because this was a really fun. Okay, so that's it. Give this video a like if you liked it and comment down below. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books, what you thought of them, or, you know, open up a discussion about any of these books / the movie that that I discussed. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.